10 Suggestions for Net Success. The webmaster's largest job is to get their site visitors up and maintain prospects, guests coming again. Constructing the positioning is one factor, however, merely constructing and posting a website doesn't assure site visitors. In reality, a website may very well be lovely and an instance of all the most recent expertise and nonetheless not appeal to a single customer if not promoted accurately. Listed here are 10 tricks to information you to success together with your website. 1. The web is a brand new medium. At the least in comparison with print, an internet site is a waste if it merely rehashes one thing which may simply be put into print. Do not have the positioning be simply a web-based brochure. Put up options which reap the benefits of the web as a medium of communication. Filter data for them. Present search functionality. Present interactivity with options like boards, quizzes and instruments. Net guests prefer to work together. 2. Deal with the buyer's time as priceless. When an individual visits your website, you've gotten their consideration for that time limit. You both want to make use of it or you lose it quick. Most guests have brief consideration spans. What you have to design your website homepage in order that it grabs their consideration and supplies what they're on the lookout for straight away. It's like strolling right into a restaurant. For those who stroll in and simply stand there and no one involves greet you, you would possibly surprise what is going on. However, if the hostess comes and greets you straight away and walks you to a desk, then you can be there for a while and eat. The identical analogy goes for websites. Do not overcomplicate your website homepage. Greatest outcomes will likely be obtained in the event you make it very clear the place to click on to search out what they want. 3. Design the positioning for patrons, not the corporate. Your website must fulfill the wants of shoppers, not the corporate. So, do not submit content material which isn't actually helpful to the positioning's buyer. And keep away from over-flattering advertising hype concerning the firm. It inflates the ego of the corporate greater than it helps your buyer. 4. Contain the customer. Maintain the customer concerned and make them really feel like a precious contributor. Actively ask for the suggestions and recommendations. Ask for communication out of your guests and reply that communication swiftly. When getting that communication, seize their electronic mail deal with. This may permit you to talk with them lengthy after they've moved on and forgotten about you. 5. Maintain it present. You might want to have content material in your website which is well-timed and related to the shopper's life. Posting month-old information shouldn't be fascinating. Posting dry product data which by no means adjustments shouldn't be fascinating. Sure, you have to have product data and different data in your website that will not change a lot. However, you can too submit extra well-timed content material. You may, for instance, submit content material about how your merchandise can be utilized in sure conditions in life. Present ideas and strategies, issues that are instantly relevant and clear up an issue. 6. Pay consideration to type, design. Some websites merely overdo it on the eye candy. Huge graphics only for the sake of graphics typically impress the positioning's designer greater than the customer. Don't use graphics which can be giant and purposeless. Keep in mind, some guests should still be accessing your website by way of dial-up. Your website must load up shortly for all customers. A gradual website will trigger your customers to go away shortly. Additionally, take note of graphic and design dimension. Many internet designers function on pretty giant display resolutions and typically neglect that despite the fact that a graphic seems nice to you, it should seem monumental to someone on a smaller decision. On the flip aspect, do not go too gentle on graphics. A website which is poorly designed and utilizing the default font and no coloration shouldn't be very aesthetically pleasing. Any internet customer, whether or not they admit it or not, judges your organization by your website until they've one thing else to go on. A well-designed website communicates professionalism. A poor design makes the positioning look like an afterthought. 7. Promote. When a customer communicates to you by way of electronic mail, it's best to make use of an internet type. Not solely will this maintain your electronic mail deal with from being picked up by spammers, It should additionally permit you to ask your prospects for his or her electronic mail deal with, after which retailer that deal with for later use. Make use of the push-pull advertising technique. A customer coming to your website is the pull. However, later you wish to push content material again to them within the type of a publication or different promotional materials. Begin a mailing checklist and use it. Invite guests to enroll. Promotion makes or breaks your enterprise, and so long as you respect the moral issues of your mailing checklist, it is best to use it. 8. Do not function in a cocoon. The web is a medium which is shared by hundreds of thousands. While you arrange your website, do not function as in case you are a self-contained island. Get on the market and maintain in tune with what is going on different websites associated to your personal. Take part in boards. Submit hyperlinks to different websites and ask for a hyperlink in return. Type partnerships with different websites whether it is applicable. In terms of communication, folks like private contacts. Hiding behind basic electronic mail deal with like gross sales and information is okay so long as there's an option to additionally electronic mail you immediately. An organization website which permits electronic mail direct to the administration is nice. Simply keep in mind how a lot you hate calling an organization and getting caught off their cell phone system. Generally you simply wish to speak to someone. Give your guests that capacity. 9. Have a plan to entice repeat site visitors. Use newsletters, outgoing electronic mail, contests, boards, golf equipment, auctions, something that can trigger folks to return to your website. When posting hyperlinks to different websites, do not simply ship your guests someplace else. They might by no means return. Present them an exit web page. Give them a pop-up after they attempt to depart your website. Or on the very least make exterior hyperlinks open in a brand new window. 10. Monitor your guests. Take note of your website's statistics and react accordingly. What are folks studying? How are they discovering you? Do they simply come and depart proper out of your homepage? How lengthy is there in your website? Do they return? This knowledge is immensely precious in fine-tuning your website based mostly on buyer wants and desires. Keep in mind, the largest mistake of any webmaster is designing their positioning for what they need. A profitable website is designed for the target market, to not impress the positioning's proprietor.